Hi guys, I'm so glad you are here for week 3 of our series on promise. We have learned that God promised to fix what was broken when we learned about Adam and Eve. Last week we learned about Noah and how God shows us mercy. This week we're going to learn about Abram, and our big idea is that God's promises are for now and for later. So you guys are going to watch our lesson on Abram right now, and then I will be back afterwards to talk with you a little bit more.
Hey, thank you again for tuning into my vlog. So where are you from? Comment down below where you're from. Are any of you from, let me guess a place. Are any of you from NYC? That's where I am. I am in New York City. Do you have any special talents? One thing I love about all of my friends is that I get to learn about all the wonderful things that they can do. Some can dance really well, others can sing, some can paint. Oh, sweet, look here. We have a comment from Laura. Laura says that she can sing, but she gets nervous to sing in front of people. Laura, I totally understand. I love to paint, but I'm not nearly as good as my friend Scarlett. I have older friends too. Friends that go to big kid school. That'll be me someday. I have a friend named Allie. Allie Callie. I know. Let me call her. Hey, my friend. I'm just vlogging and I wanted to show my new friends who you were and what cool stuff you do.
Hey, Callie. Oh, that's so cool. Hey, new friend.
So guys, this is my friend Allie. Allie has got to be the best singer in the world.
I'm not the best, but I do practice a lot, so I got better. I started when I was your age.
Can you sing something for us?
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Allie, are you there?
Yes, I am. I was just blown away by your singing. Do you ever get nervous to sing?
Nervous? Of course, all the time.
But what do you do? I want to be a dancer when I grow up, but I get so nervous before I dance.
Well, every single time I pray to God, and I remember a Bible story that always helps me whenever I feel nervous.
It's time for our Bible story. A long time ago, there was a man named Abram. God told Abram to leave his country, his family, and to go to another land.
He must have been scared.
I'm pretty sure he was. It was something new and different, and he had to leave all that he knew behind. However, God spoke to Abram and told him to not be afraid, because God will protect him and give him good things.
Now that sounds good.
It sure does. Among all of the good things God promised him, there was one thing Abram wanted most.
What was that?
Abram and his wife didn't have any children, so God made him a special promise.
Let me guess, a kid?
A kid, not just a kid. God took Abram outside and told him to look up at the stars.
In the sky?
Yes, in the sky. God promised him that his family will be as many as the stars in the sky.
That's a lot of kids.
A whole lot. So God made him a very special promise.
I really like the part of the story where God tells Abram not to be afraid. When I'm afraid and nervous, which is pretty much often, I remember that promise God made. It doesn't matter what you're doing. God's promises are for now and for later. So it doesn't matter if you are 6 years old like you are or 26 like I am. God gives us promises that are as true today as they were to Abram and as they will be in the future.
Thanks, Sally. So, friends, did you hear that? When God gives a promise, they are good for forever, just like God's promise to Abram. So when the Bible says that God is with me and that God will help me, I can trust those promises. And you can too. I know. Mind-blowing, right? Maybe I'll go and practice my dance now. Do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. Catch you next time. Peace.
Hi guys, that was fun, wasn't it? I want to read a verse for you from the Bible. Remember, all of our stories this series are in Genesis, which is the very, very first book of the Bible. And this is Genesis 15:6, and it says, Abram believed the Lord. Do you think it was hard for Abram to believe God? Remember, he was really old, like older than a grandpa old, and didn't have any children yet. And God told them and Sarah that they were going to have a baby. And then God told him that was going to happen right now, because God's promises are for now. But then God also told him that his kids and his grandkids and his great-grandkids and his great-great-grandkids, it would go on and on and on and on. And his family would eventually have so many people in it that it would be more than the stars in the sky. Have you guys ever gone out and looked at the stars at night? There are so many of them. That might have been a little bit hard for Abram to believe, but he did, because he trusted God and he knew that God always keeps his promises. And I want you guys to remember that. God always keeps his promises. I will see you next time. Bye.
Joshua 21:45. Not one of all the Lord's good promises to Israel failed. Every one was fulfilled. Joshua 21:45. Not one of all the Lord's good promises to Israel failed. Every one was fulfilled.